love sloths.
You do?
My favorite Spanish word.
How do you say it?
Perezoso.
Perezoso.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not very fast. What does that translate to?
It translates to sloth. But what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Whipped Cream Salmon. I'm your host, Ronnie Sanchez. Joined with me, as always, my co-host, Brian Bastanza.
That's me.
How you doing?
I'm good. What's going on, Ronnie? How's your week?
Oh, just living the dream.
Yeah.
Overcoming recording issues. Seems to be a weekly ordeal now.
Yeah. Internet's is hard. Well, you got your internet in the complete opposite corner of where you're trying to record from, so
it's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
Yeah, if I'm sounding a little different today, I'm recording from my phone. I got a different headset. I don't have my good mic with me today, so bear with us. We're just making it happen.
Yeah, we'll do it.
But yeah,
that's how we do it every week. Just bear with us, you know?
Bear with us.
Just be a bunch of bears out there.
Yeah, I found a six-pack, and I was pretty excited about this because this is one that we used to have on tap at TJ's a lot.
Oh,
it's from North Coast Brewing, and it's called Scrimshaw. It's a Pilsner, and it's from Fort Bragg, California.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
I haven't had it in a long time, but I used to like this one a lot.
I'm drinking a Birdsong Better Days Pale Ale.
Wow, look at us.
Yeah, we're fancy.
Drinking something other than Pacifico or Singha.
Yeah. Summer piss beer, yeah.
This one's good, though.
It's good, too.
Yeah?
Yeah. How's your week been, pizza guy?
It's been good, dude. We've been transitioning. I don't know how much I talked about it, but the guy that was training me, he's gone now, and I'm like taking over like all the ordering and stuff like that. So just trying to feel that out, you know, like we go through such crazy volume that you're like, I've gotten a pretty decent idea of what we have and what we go through and how much, but there's certain things that I do have blind spots to still. And so, for instance, I look in the walk-in, I'm like, well, there's 20 containers of Ovalini fresh mozzarella cheese. Seems like a lot. It's not a lot. We go through that really fucking quickly. So, you know, like,
sure.
Certain things that you're like, oh no, yeah, I looked and we have a ton, and then it's gone the very next morning. You're like, huh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, just trying to figure that kind of stuff out. But, no, it's been good, man. Been having fun with it, and yeah, just kind of getting my stride, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's been fun. It's been fun.
Do you have any sort of like established like par levels at all for the product you're supposed to have?
Yeah, and we do have like a really pretty simple order guide where you just basically fill everything to par. But we place the order and then the shipment comes 2 days later. So you have to kind of account for what you will probably go through the next day as well.
Yeah.
So that's been a little bit of a challenge.
Sure.
You know.
How many purveyors do you have?
5.
Oh, that's a chunk.
Yeah, it's a chunk. Yeah, most of it comes through U.S. Foods, but then we do have a couple other like specialty purveyors. We have one purveyor that just makes custom pizza boxes. You know, different things like that. One like a purveyor just for our pork is a local pork farm butcher. I don't know. I don't really know where but
Yeah.
we get really good offcuts from them that we use for our sausage. So certain things like that, but yeah, the bulk of it comes from two companies, and then that also doesn't even account for the like our wine reps and salesmen, but I don't really do any of that.
Right.
You know, so.
That's cool though. I mean, that's kind of the fun of getting into the ordering at a restaurant, is figuring out all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's it'll take a little growing pains. Always does.
Yeah, I guess I haven't really touched on it. It's pretty cool. Like for us just being a pizza spot, the owner, he has like a wine background. So we have like a really extensive wine selection in store, which is pretty fun. A lot of people just come in and ask him for a recommendation and he'll get them something. But then he also has people that will hit him up and be like, hey, like I'm looking for some exotic bottle of Chardonnay, you know, and they're several $100s. And he's just like the local like wine dealer for a select group of like regulars that come in all the time. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I actually sent the website over to Beansy, who we had on the pod, two episodes ago now. And we don't have our whole like wine list online. Most of it's just in store, and it's just got like a white marker on the bottle of like what the price is. But we have a decent selection online that you can order online when you're ordering the pizza. And it's a pretty extensive list for a little pizza place, you know. We have probably a couple hundred bottles in store.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, usually I wouldn't really expect a wine list at all at a pizzeria. I mean,
right. And if you did, it would be like, you know, 2 or 3 house wines, you know?
Sure. And like there are what I guess you would consider a pizzeria, but it's more like a fleshed out, like Italian restaurant. That's different than what I'm kind of saying, because it sounds like your spot is just like straight up pizzeria.
Yeah.
I think it is. So that, yeah, I'm never seen that, I don't think.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I think a lot of people are pretty surprised when they come in there and they see that not only do we have like an extensive wine selection, but we also have some like really high end wines and Chardonnays in there too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not Chardonnays, champagnes is what I meant. I'm sure there are Chardonnays in there too, but yeah, wines and Chardonnays. Yeah. Champagnes.
You got some High Life? You got some 40s of High Life in there?
No, we don't. We have we have like I think 2 beers on tap, and then a couple local cans. But yeah, the biggest variety is definitely the wine for sure.
Yeah, cool, nice.
Yeah, how was your sister in town?
It was a really good time. We did a lot of Charlotte stuff. We went swimming a couple times. Made a bunch of food. Went out a couple times. We wound up we talked a lot last week about me making pizza this week. I made some pizzas on Sunday that turned out pretty well. Kind of like we talked about, kind of went more in the margarita style pizza. Fresh tomato sauce, San Marzano, and I put some garlic and chili flake in there, and salt, and that was kind of the sauce, and had some fresh mozzarella, and that was kind of it. Dough turned out really well. I used the what was the name of the website? What was the brand?
The calculator. It's a Stadler. Yeah.
It's
a great app, right?
It was awesome. Yeah, I was like, margarita, this is how much I want of it. I almost was like, oh, did I like undercut how much I wanted each dough ball away? I wound up going with like, I don't know, 210 grams. It wound up being perfect.
Yeah, it's like the perfect like single serving pizza.
Yeah,
which like for your home oven, that's like great.
Yeah, you know? So we did like 3 of those. They were pretty much just basic margaritas. Oh, and yeah, with fresh basil and everything too. I did have some mushrooms that I put on one of them. like garlicky mushrooms that turned out pretty good. But yeah, making pizzas is fun. I definitely don't have the, like, you were talking about it maybe a couple weeks ago, just the, like, the flow of, like, of setting a crust and making a dough. I just, like, I've done it, I wouldn't say a lot, but, like, more than most people, sure, right? And I still don't feel like like, I can do it and I can get to an end result that is good, but I don't feel good when I'm doing it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah, the past I would say the past like 2 weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks, I've really like gotten a lot more comfortable. I think a while ago I was said that like I was launching pizzas at like maybe a 70% success rate, you know?
Sure.
I think I'm like well into the 90 percentile now.
Sure.
Where like they're almost all coming out or off, coming off the peel like perfectly, you know?
Yeah.
But it's so finicky when you're launching that like if you lift too high, like the paddle will pull or the peel will pull the dough and you'll have like this Easter egg shaped pie, or you don't go quick enough and then, you know, it only comes kind of halfway off the paddle and then you pull again and maybe it like folds up on itself.
Sure.
Or worst of all, what happens if you place the peel onto the floor of the oven like too hard, it causes the pie to kind of like jump and shrink. So, and then once it's on the stone, like you can't fix it,
right?
You know, like you have one shot at it. You can't pick it up and move it until it's cooked enough to pick it up and move it. So, yeah, that would happen to me a lot. You know, try to get it all the way back to the back of the oven and then drop the peel down. And I would do it too hard, and then the whole thing, you'd lose an inch the whole way around, and it would come out of the oven and they'd be like, yeah, we can't sell this, it's too small.
Yeah.
And that's
for sure. So, and how long does it take to make a pizza? From start to finish?
In our ovens, it's probably roughly 8 to 10 minutes, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Our ovens, they're around like 600 to 650, and it's a pretty big pie. So yeah, probably about like maybe like 7 to 10 minutes. Depends, you know, like we talked about throughout the night, the temperature on it like really fluctuates. You know, it's not a super high temp oven. Like those dome ovens are, you know, upwards of 1,000.
Sure.
You know, so.
Do you, but like, it's probably to the point where like, if you've launched it, you probably know if it's not like, you know, to like start making another one as soon as you've launched it by this point, I imagine.
Yeah, usually every once in a while, when they go to like turn the pie, maybe like a hole unveils itself, you know?
Yeah.
And then you'll know then that you might have to remake it. But typically, typically you know pretty quickly if you need to refire one.
Yeah. And should go without saying, but like all this is extremely easy with a 10-inch round pie. The difference between what is yours, 18 inches?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, the difference between the 18-inch pie and a 10-inch pie is they're not close,
but
almost not related.
But if you don't do either ever, they're both equally fucking impossible. It's funny that you see so many videos of people where, you know, well, you know, our first pie and our first pizza, they've got, you know, like a Gosney oven. I've seen a lot of these, and they go to like launch it, and the whole thing just like flips over and it just burns in the oven, and it's a nightmare right from the get go. But and I've been guilty of that. Like it's, if you don't know what you're doing and you don't have the reps, it's really easy to fuck that up.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, just as simple as like not putting enough, I don't know what you use, but like semolina or cornmeal or whatever you're using to make it slide off the peel. If you don't put enough of that down, you're in big trouble right away. And then like you just have a pizza that's stuck to your peel, and then you're in deep shit because you got to like get it off of there.
Yeah.
And then probably remake it and then probably clean it. But like then it's wet and then probably just grab a dry one if you have one.
Yeah. And it's interesting too. Like in the past, I've worked at places where we use a wooden peel and you put some places actually, you might even like stretch the dough directly onto the wooden peel and you throw down like a healthy amount of semolina underneath the pie and you build the pie and then launch it off the peel. I've done that, and I think that in retrospect, I think it's a terrible way to do it because the semolina burns super fast.
Because you put too much on it.
Put too much on it. You have burnt semolina, and then also like you constantly have to clean out the inside of the stove or your oven rather. And the way we do it at the place I'm working now, you build your pie on like a marble countertop. You then like hold the edge of the dough and then slide the peel underneath, and it's an aluminum peel. And it's got a lot of perforations in it so that it kind of filters out any of the semolina that is still under there. And then that way, when you launch it, any loose semolina falls out before it lands underneath the pie. And in doing that throughout service, we don't have to like dust or like scrape out the ovens hardly at all. I mean, there's very little excess semolina that goes into the oven.
Yeah.
Definitely a better way, in my opinion, to do it. I mean, no, you don't have to deal with the burning of the semolina nearly as much.
Cool. What else did I do with my sister? We went to my favorite pho spot. That was really good. That was her first time really having pho. That was awesome. She liked it a lot. Yeah, it's awesome. We went to Optimist Hall. We've talked about Optimist Hall a little bit on this pod.
Food hall.
Yeah, food hall. It's got a bunch of different stuff. They had a new Spanish tapas spot in there.
Oh yeah.
So we grabbed a couple tapas that they had. Got myself a sangria, some stuffed piquillos, some abundagas. It's kind of like almost like a scampi kind of little tapa. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
It's really good. Made some roast chicken with some congri. Did we talk about that last week?
Yeah.
I wanted making that, so we made some congri. That turned out really good. We were kind of eating that as leftovers a couple days, and played a lot of Catan. You know Catan? You a big Catan guy?
I've never played. Actually, maybe you should bring that with you guys up to the cabin. When we're going whitewater rafting up in Nashville in a couple weeks. I've always wanted to play. I've never played.
Yeah, I think you're going to be a good settler.
Cool.
Actually, yeah, you're going to like it. It was the first time for her playing too, and I think did we play 4 games while she was here? I mean, it's like a long game. It's like, we played one the other day that was quick, but quick is like 45 minutes. And usually it's like an hour and a half, 2 hour kind of game.
Yeah.
And I think we played maybe 4 times while she was here in 6 days. So we were getting it in, we were settling.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
It was good.
How many hours does it take to play a game?
Yeah, it's like anywhere from a quick one could be 45 minutes. I think you could definitely, like, depending on, it might be longer if you have like 4 people going at it and they're like somewhat experienced. It might take even like 2.5 or 3 hours, I would imagine. Yeah, and there's like expansion packs and like all sorts of expanding boards and whatever. I don't know. I'm not that deep in yet, but we'll see if I get there.
Are you a Dungeons and Dragons guy?
I've never really D&D'd.
I haven't either. No, I haven't. There's another podcast that I listen to, and they every once in a while they'll play
on the pod,
and they like bring it's a sports podcast, and then they bring in a special host for the show and he's like the dungeon master, and he's like, well, like, but he's like a professional dungeon master, and then he'll lead them all through the game, and it looks like the most fun ever. I know it's like seen as like this super nerdy thing to do.
We're nerds. We like nerds.
But those guys, but those guys have the most fun playing, and I would be super down to play with a group sometime. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that does sound fun. Do you have to dress up?
They always do. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to dress up for that.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
I made another dish that I hadn't made in a really long time.
Let's hear about it.
It's a surprise dish, dude. It snuck up on me. It's not that surprising. It's ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Yeah. We just have had so many vegetables at the house. We get the farm stuff, but then also our neighbor gives us a bunch of vegetables from her parents' farm. And we just got happened to be so loaded up with squashes and eggplants and everything. And it's like, all right, let's throw down and make a ratatouille. And I made like a big cast iron full of it. It's such a good dish. It's like
really?
So simple. It's like not that many ingredients really. It's like squash and eggplant and onion and some tomato and garlic, and like you're just like, okay, this is just a bunch of vegetables. This is just like sauteing a bunch of vegetables. Like when it's all cooked together like that and it's like slow cooked in the oven for, I don't know, say it took probably like 35 or 40 minutes maybe on like 350, and like it's just such a bomb dish with like a little bit of toast or something. I think we actually just had just pulled out some tortillas with it.
Tortillas?
Yeah, it was like a little but it was just bomb, and I like that dish a lot. And I knew about it. I knew it was tasty. It's been so long since I've had it that I was like, oh, this is actually like a really good dish, but on its own, don't need other stuff.
Did you like slice and layer them, or you just?
No, I did see. I have I was like looking online, obviously, like I always do before I make something, and I did see a lot of people that were doing that, mostly because like that's how they did in the movie, I think.
Yeah, you like alternate all the slices, and it's kind of like a pinwheel of.
Did they invent that in the movie?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Oh, because I just
old French dish.
Gotcha. Because I've just known it as like a big like kind of rough cut, like hearty, like homey kind of dish. Even in I think we made it in school, and we probably did it with like nice, like perfect, like large cut vegetables or large diced vegetables, but still like not like that. I do think that looks really impressive. I think it's hard to do like that. Like I think you have to have like a ring mold probably for your eggplant, because your eggplant's not really going to be the same size as the squash. So you probably have to do that. Maybe if you had some like Japanese eggplant, that would be like could fit into the same size as like your zucchini and stuff. But then like to layer the tomatoes, like tomatoes don't really work like that. They cook at different paces, and really like I see like the tomatoes as it's kind of like turns into the sauce of the dish and winds up like cooking a lot of the rest of the food. It's like the cooking medium for that and like there's a decent amount of olive oil in there too, but I would be willing to try it. I think it's probably more work than it's worth.
That's kind of how I always felt about it. I've never made it myself, but yeah, I have several friends that I see their like Instagram stories, and they'll make ratatouille, and I think people make it because of the movie, and like, you know, it's like a thing, you know.
Yeah.
You make it looks all pretty.
Yeah.
And it does look beautiful. But it's the same way, it's the same kind of way I feel about like kebabs, you know, like I think that those have like really lost the like, I don't know, it feels like in the 90s and maybe early 2000s, like grilling kebabs was like a big thing. And then people started realizing that when you grill a bunch of random vegetables and meats together on a skewer, that they don't cook the same way.
Sure.
And so, like, you got this raw bell pepper and then like a half burnt mushroom, and then your piece of chicken is well done. You know, like you got like all these random things on a skewer, and it's actually not that great to cook things that way.
Sure.
So, but I mean, vegetables, if you have them all sliced the same way and then the thing, and you're slow cooking it for a long time, maybe it's a different result. But yeah, I kind of always had the same thought as what you're describing, that maybe that's not really that effective. And
yeah, and I don't know. There's a lot of things in cooking that like I would classify like that, but that doesn't mean that they have that they don't have their purpose, right? Like I'm not making foie terrines at the house.
right.
Even, you know, even if I had a loaf of foie in my freezer, like I still wouldn't be making terrines with it because like
Pretty dope if you did though.
it is dope. It is dope. But I'd probably just lob off a chunk and sear it and then use it like that, right? Like,
Yeah.
and a foie terrine is awesome. Doing a 2-day prep for that at the house is kind of out of, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I respect it. I respect it.
Pretty baller though if you made a foie terrine and that was like your morning routine, like do up some toast and then slice off a slab of your foie terrine.
It is baller.
Pretty cool.
Should we make a whipped cream salmon foie terrine at some point?
Yeah, probably. I think I still have the recipe at Lulu's. We would make foie terrine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You soak it in milk, all that?
No, you kind of like almost press it out, like remove any of like the like veins or
Yep.
you know whatever in it. And then we would like spread it out in like a fish tub, and then season it with your like curing salt, white pepper, and then I think brandy, and let that sit. And then you like layer it in your terrine mold,
Mm-hmm.
and then bake it in a water bath.
Did you have it in? I remember in school we did it. We like had it in plastic. We also soaked it in milk.
Seen that, yeah.
I think for 24 hours, and then I think when we layered it, we like first put down a layer of plastic wrap, and then layered the terrine in that, and then kind of folded over the top, and then put the lid on, and then put it in the oven for however long. It's like super low, right? It's like a couple hundred degrees for a period of time.
Yeah. Very low. And then we would plastic wrap, like we would cut out like a piece of cardboard, and then maybe wrap it in foil, and then wrap that in plastic a bunch of times, and use that as like a press, as like the lid. And so you like press that into your terrine mold, and we would end up straining off like a bunch of the foie fat that came off of that, which is like, it's wild. It smells like corn, like, you know, because that's what they eat. Yeah. Like it smells like sweet corn. It's crazy.
Do you save that and use that stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, we would use it for a multitude of different things. There was a while when we were resting our ribeyes in foie fat. Actually, I think that was at Plump Jack we did that. But we definitely were using that fat. Yeah, for a multitude of different things, I believe.
Yeah. That's cool. Like I haven't done something like that in a really long time. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we should do something like that. That'd
be really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and do you press it before you cook it? You like weigh it down before?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly how. It's been so long since I've done it. You do have to like weigh it down, I think. while it's cooking. And then we would like strain off the fat while it was hot still. And then you would add it back at some point and then refrigerate it so it would have still like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe like a 1/4 inch thick fat layer on the top. We served that with some like house made. It was like a green onion brioche. That brioche was like equal parts butter and flour.
Okay.
It was kind of wild, and then it's got that foie terrine on top of it.
Sounds awesome.
It was pretty
so
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
Not illegal in Nevada?
No. I don't think it's illegal.
Illegal in California,
I
right?
think it was for just a short period of time.
Oh.
But I remember at when that first went down, Plump Jack, we were still serving it, but it was like a loophole where it was like it was like a gift, like you were like giving it, because I think we still had a bunch in house. So you were selling like, you were selling the brioche, and then you get like a complimentary foie because it was like illegal to sell foie.
Right.
So like
$28 toast points.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's too easy. Too easy to cut up these loopholes. Jeez.
That's just funny. I've got a couple steaks. I've had them in the freezer for a while. Some chuck eye steaks. We've talked about those in the past. They're
nice.
Part of the chuck roast right off the end of the ribeye. And if you get good chuck eyes, they're just as good as a ribeye. I'm convinced. And like a quarter of the price. So gonna grill those up when we're wrapped up here. We've got a nice bottle of rosé.
Ooh.
From the store. I think it's an Italian rosé.
I like a rosé.
I don't really know much about it. I thought that all rosés were sparkling. And on the way home, Rochelle told me that that's not true. So I don't really know anything about rosé. But got a bottle of rosé, a couple steaks. I got some potatoes. Do a baked potato.
Oh, nice.
Holiday. Actually, and I got some black garlic compound butter that I made a long time ago.
Ooh.
In the freezer. I'll throw some of that in there too. So
nice. Yeah, you firing up the pizza oven?
No, I think I'm going to do it on the yakitori grill, probably.
Oh, nice. Just on the grate directly like that?
Yeah, right on the grate. But
does that flare up a lot when you do that?
Not like when we were cooking the beef, the shabu beef or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like super thinly sliced. It will, but not like that. Where like when we cooked that, it just like vaporized the fat because it was so thin. It was just like immediately.
Yeah.
Just.
It was fatty too. Yeah.
No, not quite like that.
I have a surprise for you.
What's my surprise?
A surprise new segment.
What's the new segment?
You get to answer questions from our emailers.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You have to answer the question. You may have to decipher the question while you're hearing it, and then you have to also guess who submitted the question.
Okay.
I think you'll get it.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Locked and loaded?
I'm locked and loaded.
Focused. I love that. I was making a seafood casserole. The instructions said to roll the butter and flour before adding to the sauce. I've never done that before. I've always added flour slowly to thicken. What's the benefit of this?
That's interesting. It's almost like making like a compound butter roux.
I guess that was the thing I had to. What is roll the butter in flour before adding? I guess that's like You're saying the cold butter.
That's how I'm picturing it.
I guess. What's the thing that we talked about I don't know, probably a couple of months ago, where you were like taking soft butter and mixing it with Monte.
Yeah.
Well, who do you think submitted it?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. It's not somebody that works in the industry, not another cook, I don't think, based on the kind of recipe. Read the last part of it after rolling the butter in the.
I've never done that before. I've always added flour slowly to thicken. What is the benefit of this?
Well, the benefit of it is, I guess, would be like creating your roux before the butter ever hits. I think it's a bad technique. First of all, I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't recommend that. Unless you're like deep frying your butter. And then you could have like a Kentucky Fried Butter. Maybe that's a good way.
That's a good way. Yeah.
To deep fry your butter. I don't know. I don't know that I have a guess for this one. Is it my old manager, Cheryl Champion?
It is.
Is it really?
You got it. Nice. It's an awesome last name as well. What's up, Cheryl? Thanks for writing in.
She's awesome. She's like, she always reminded me of Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I guess like just to kind of talk about the whole butter flour thing a little bit. I mean, let's talk about making a roux. I would first melt the butter on low heat, add your flour to that, and cook it slowly until it gets to the desired brownness. Really, like different recipes call for different amounts of cooking to your roux. Go from anywhere from like what you consider a blonde roux, which is cooked for probably like 2 to 5 minutes, to like, you know, a gumbo that takes a dark roux that's like almost black when you're using it. But I mean, I did find some value in the Beurre Monte method for sure. I don't know if like just rolling around your stick of butter in a bowl of flour is gonna do you much good.
Unless you're in deep fried the butter.
Yeah. Stick with the recipe, take their measurements, make a regular roux out of it. You could also do the Sanjay method, which is if you're making a soup, you're sweating your vegetables in fat, and then you add the flour at that point before you add your liquid.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to thicken your stuff. Seafood casserole. I don't know what the vibe was for that. I imagine it's kind of like a semi-saucy kind of thing that you're putting into a pan and then baking afterwards.
Yeah, I go with the Sanjay method when I'm doing like chicken and dumplings. I like saute the mirepoix in that's your celery, onion, carrots in your butter, and then add your flour at that point.
Yeah. Nice. Well, great job. Thanks for writing in, Cheryl. And great job, Ronnie, for deciphering the poem. And yeah, keep writing in, y'all, because we like hearing about it.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Do you want to get into our next segment?
Oh, I was hoping we had more emails.
Oh, well, one a week. I mean, we do have a lot, but we want to space them out a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. We don't want to overwhelm the listeners.
Yeah. We'll get to them. Do you fuck with animals, Ronnie?
You know I do.
Love that. I love that for us. What do you got this week?
It's a Whipped Cream Salmon animal school for listeners that want to know about animals. I've got Did you know that hippopotamus, they can't swim?
All I do is think about them in water.
No, they don't swim.
They don't swim. They walk.
No, they run on the bottom of the water. They're not in the ocean. Whatever body of water they're in,
The river.
they run along the bottom of the river, and they'll like jump to the surface.
Because they sink. Because they sink.
Yeah, they're not buoyant.
They're not buoyant. They can't.
They're not very buoyant.
Really? I always. I feel like I see them like floating. You know.
Yeah, not very convenient for a mammal. You know, to sink to the bottom. But yeah, they can't swim. They run on the bottom of the water and bounce up to the surface.
They jump though.
Yeah.
See, like I think of them and elephants in the same breath, but elephants can't jump.
That's true, and I don't think elephants can swim either.
They can't swim either?
I've never seen one swimming.
They're heavy, and they don't have flipper, they don't have any sort of flipper-like hands.
They probably often don't find themselves in water deep enough that they would need to swim either.
What about the watering hole?
Yeah.
In the Pride Lands.
They kind of like, I mean, we swam with them.
We swam. They didn't swim with us.
Correct. Yeah, they were standing.
Yeah. Well, love them. I'm a big hippo guy too.
Yeah.
One of the most dangerous animals, right?
Yeah.
It's another fact.
Love-hate.
Bonus fact. Yeah, they hate us. Yeah. I got some sloth facts here.
Love sloths.
You do?
My favorite Spanish word.
How do you say it?
Perezoso.
Perezoso.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not very fast. What does that translate to?
It translates to sloth. But I like to use it at work. I speak very little Spanish, but work with a lot of Hispanics, and whenever another one of the cooks is moving slowly,
right,
I like to look at one of the other cooks and be like,
yeah,
PJ Perezoso way.
Yeah.
And get a good laugh out of that.
Do you know the sloth? Got their name. It literally translates to laziness.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know in what language.
One of the 7 deadly sins.
Being lazy?
Yeah, isn't sloth one?
I don't know. I don't know what the 7 deadly sins are.
I think that's one of them.
I just did an escape room, and one of the clues was the 7 deadly sins, though, so...
Maybe it was a sloth. Maybe there was a sloth in the room.
I was a sloth because I couldn't figure out the puzzle, that's for sure.
They gotta go back.
Perezoso.
No, not to derail the sloth fact, unless the fact was that it translates to...
That's one fact. I got a handful. Go ahead.
Okay. I've only done what are they called? The
escape room?
The room. Escape room, thank you. I've only done it one time, and I went with a group, and you get there, they're like, have you ever been here before? You're like, no. They're like, is this your first time in an escape room? You're like, yeah. I'm like, which one do you want to do? And we picked one. And it wasn't until after we failed the escape room that they were like, oh yeah, that's our expert level one. We've only had 2 people complete it. It's like, after we told you that we've never been here or done any of this before, why would you even let that be an option?
Let me tell you, Ronnie, the same exact thing happened to us. We signed up ahead of time.
Yeah.
On their website.
Uh-huh.
But it's just like pick which room you want to do it. So we're just like reading descriptions of rooms.
Right.
And picking one. And nowhere on it does it say how difficult the rooms are.
Right.
And same thing, we got there and the girl was like, oh yeah, this is like probably like a 9.5 out of 10 in difficulty. We did all right, but we had to ask for clues, mostly just because we were like so pressed for time. There's like 3 different rooms. There's probably like 10 different puzzles we had to solve in an hour to like do this thing. I mean, she was saying that like some people come in like experts. They're like traveling escape roomies, and they like some people have finished it in like 30 minutes. I was like, what? That's crazy. Like, y'all's been here before or what? But I mean, I could do it again and I still wouldn't get it in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I remember like after the guy came in, I mean, I feel like we didn't get any, and we didn't make hardly any progress in the entire thing. And then at the end, he comes in and they like show you how to finish the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
And we were so far off from even being remotely close to being like onto a hunch that I was like, oh, we just would have never gotten out of here.
We would have stayed in here forever.
Exactly. Like this wasn't fun at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this one is a little like, so homegirl like helped us out. Like she was like, she's like, you can always ask for hints. You press this button and you ask for a hint. I think she's just hanging out like typing hints for us. Because at first I was like, oh, it was like predefined hints, but then like I think she like realized and like was changing the messages.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. So she gave us some of those when we needed help, or at least like we were like, we can't be sitting here doing this for 20 minutes. We need to figure this out to move on. And then she wound up also giving us like 5 extra minutes, and then we were able to complete it, but not without a significant amount of help. Yeah, that's hard. Anyway.
Yeah, let's hear about sloths.
Sloths have up to 10 neck vertebrae. It's their secret power that allows them to swivel their neck almost all the way around.
That's pretty cool. How many do we have?
I feel like I can only get 90 degrees. They're talking about like 350 degrees.
300. Wait, they can. That's pretty far.
Yeah, I'm making that up. But almost all the way. It's almost 360.
How many neck vertebrae do giraffes have?
Probably a lot. What if they only had 2? That would be interesting.
It would be wild.
Yeah. Wild and crazy kids. Do you know the reason why sloths are so slow, Ronnie?
There's something about like their heart pumps very slowly.
They have the slowest metabolism of all mammals.
Oh, okay.
It's 40 to 74% slower than other mammals their size. The brown-throated sloth has the slowest metabolism of all mammal.
It's kind of amazing that they've like even survived as long as they have. You think that they'll be like really easy pickings for prey.
Well, I did read, this isn't one of my facts, but this is a bonus fact. Uh-huh. There's like prehistoric sloths that used to be very big.
Giant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
it's probably what Bigfoot is.
Yeah, in Raleigh, there's a number of museums downtown, and one has like a bunch of dinosaurs.
Bigfoot museums?
There's dinosaurs with big feet in there. But yeah, they've got like a bunch of like dinosaur bones and fossils and stuff, and they have a giant sloth in there. So yeah, I've seen their bones. They got some in there.
Big ones? Big bones.
Dude, huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're huge. They're like now some of them are like replicas or whatever, but the like femurs and stuff of the thing, they're like tree trunks. I mean, they're like barrels.
Jesus.
They're super thick. Yeah, they're wild.
Scary shit.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's that big and they move just as quickly as the sloths do now, like, oh, not really that scary.
Yeah, humans would figure them out.
Yeah, you get away from them pretty quickly.
Yeah. One more thing just about their metabolism is that, just to put all of it into perspective, they pretty much only eat leaves, but their bodies metabolize so slow that when they're done digesting their leaves, they don't really have much energy for other things. So they just hang out. That's awesome. I mean, You're just barely getting enough energy out of your food to eat your food.
Wild.
It's kind of a chill life.
See, I've known a couple cooks like that.
It's like, oh, eating this pizza is making me tired. I'm gonna have to go take a nap, chef.
You just had a sauce away.
Yeah, for sure. Well, those are facts for y'all.
Those are facts.
Yeah.
What are you?
Idiot.
You stupid idiot.
I'm an idiot sandwich.
You're an idiot.
Of all the idiots, you stand alone.
It's the idiot sandwich.
You got one for us?
I do.
Okay.
I have a non-food related idiot sandwich.
Okay.
But it goes to Sweet Sammy.
Sweet Sammy.
We were going out a few days ago when Steph was here, and we were getting ready to go, get all our stuff, leave the house, lock the door, go over to the car. We don't have the key to the car because the key was assumed to be in the car. And we're like, F. Now we're outside the house and locked out of the car. What's the deal? So, accidentally, we left the back door open. So we were able to go get in through the back porch, slide open the back door, get inside. Thank God. Still don't have the keys to the car. And the assumption is that the key is in the car, but it's one of those like it's not a key, it's a fob, right? And like if you're close enough to the door with the fob, you just press the button and it opens. So we got to the assumption that the key was in the car, but it wasn't working. The fob wasn't working. Okay. So Sammy calls up AAA, and they come out there. They have to break into the car. They don't love the situation because usually like they want to see that you're the owner of the car. So they go over to the car. They do wind up like, doing whatever they do, probably pop the window open, like, I don't know if you've ever gotten your car, if you've ever locked your keys in there, they pop the window open and use like a coat hanger or whatever to like pop the lock button. And they do that. And the key is not in the car. And the look of frustration on the AAA guy's face, not pleased. The key was in the house the whole time.
Oh my God.
So Sammy runs in the house, finds the key miraculously pretty fast. Or maybe actually I had it at one point. I think I wound up stumbling upon it. But anyway, the guy was like, what the fuck? You just made me break into this car that's not yours. She's like, oh yeah, it is mine. And then had the key and sent him on his way. Solving none of our problems because we could have solved them.
That's really funny.
It was funny. It was a good time.
Years ago, I was working as a merchandiser for Dreyer's ice cream. And it was like it was my first week on the job. And I was in this parking lot, and as I was getting out of my truck, these two cars like smashed into each other in the parking lot. And I was getting out of my truck at the same time that the car next to me was getting out of their vehicle. And the cars smashed into each other, and it startled both myself and the car next to me. And both of our doors closed behind us, locking our keys inside of our car at the same time.
Oh my God.
So luckily, there was a AAA car in the parking lot already. And so that guy like ran over. He was a AAA member and was like, hey, I just locked my keys in my car. Can you help me? And then I was right next to him. I was like, hey, I also locked my keys in my car, but I'm not a AAA member. Do you think you could just help me out? And he was like, well, you know, I got to charge you this and that. And then, like, he started giving me the spiel. He was like, fuck it, I'll just help you out. And he helped me out. So it was like, it was such a fiasco, but it all worked out really
He
quick.
just didn't want to do the paperwork. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
With their business model.
Yeah.
The people that are going to pay, the people out there aren't going to make them pay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I was like, dude, please, I just started this job and my keys are locked inside my car.
Yeah. That's nice. You got a sandwich? And now it's time for the Whipped Cream Salmon's cool for cooks who don't cook good.
How do you do it? Let me hit you with some knowledge. This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
You got a tip?
Yeah, I'm sure I got a tip. What do you got?
I'm doing a cop out, so
Oh, you don't have one?
I was just going to tell people to make ratatouille.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, we already talked
yeah,
about it though. So
yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't made ratatouille, highly recommend making ratatouille. Go ahead, tell the people about the ratatouille.
Yeah, it's vegetables in a pan, and it tastes better. Better than the sum of their parts.
Okay.
You know, one of those kind of dishes. Kind of like most dishes.
Yeah,
It's kind of why we cook.
it is kind of why we cook.
Otherwise, you'd just be eating raw vegetables. Wouldn't be very fun.
Do you think if sloths could cook, they would have more energy?
No.
No, me neither.
They can barely eat. But maybe the leaves aren't the easiest to digest. Maybe if they got some rice or some noodles or something.
Yeah, sometimes when you cook things, it brings out more. I think a bird just flew into my window. When you cook things, it brings out more of the nutritional value, like spinach, for example.
I don't think that's true.
That's true.
Isn't eating raw spinach the healthiest way to eat spinach? Get the most nutrients, I mean?
I don't think so. I think you're supposed to cook it.
Okay.
So that's my tip for the week.
We'll agree to agree. We're agreeing to agree, yeah.
For maximum nutrition.
Yeah. Love that. Love that for us.
My tip for the week.
Drum roll.
Give me a minute. In lieu of a tip this week, Brian and I are going to be taking a vacation from podcast Whipped Cream Salmon Summer for cooks that have run out of ideas and things to talk about.
Wet hot whipped cream salmon summer.
Yeah, wet hot whipped cream summer. So yeah, we're gonna take the next about month off from this episode, and then we will reconvene live in San Diego for an in-person pod. And that should be a lot of fun. And in the meantime, we're going to try to brainstorm some new ideas, and I don't know, maybe we'll reformat the pod a little bit. You know, we've been doing this for a year now. Brian has been editing podcast episodes every single week for the past year. So big round of applause to Brian for all of his hard work doing that. And yeah, like, coming up with idiot sandwiches every week and tips every week. Animal facts are really easy. Super passionate about that and those. So those just come naturally to us, but, the rest of it has been, has been challenging to continue coming up with ideas. So we're going to take a break we're going to come back refreshed. We're going to hopefully come up with some new segment ideas, new podcast episodes. And yeah, it'll be fun. We'll get some new guests on here. And yeah, thank you guys for being a part of this journey. And yeah, I think this will be good for us to take a couple weeks away and just kind of rethink how we want to build the podcast from here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, thanks everyone for tuning in. You know, we're going to come back with season 2.
Yeah,
might be shorter than season 1. Maybe we'll do like a dozen episodes a season, not 57.
Okay.
For the next one.
We're going to take a vacation every 12 weeks.
Sounds good. A 2-week vacation or something. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Stay tuned. We'll be hanging out. We'll be dropping up soon. Next one, well, this one will come out, but then the next one probably towards the beginning of September.
Yeah, and then if you guys have any ideas for segments, things that you would like us to cover, suggestions, anything like that, let us know. You can, we'll still be active on our socials and check our emails and stuff like that. So yeah, give us a shout, whippedcreamsalmon@gmail.com, or hit us up on Instagram at Whipped Cream Salmon Podcast. We look forward to hearing from you and look forward to talking to you guys soon.
Yeah. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate you. Stay creamy.
Stay creamy, y'all.
Hot summer.